to Vita with KNOXX Video, and today we're here with Josh the Punk Thomson. How are you doing today?
Good, how are you?
Doing really good. So you have a fight coming up, a rematch with Gilbert Melendez. How is the training camp going for that?
Everything's been good, going through the motions, making sure I don't get hurt this time, so we're really focusing on staying healthy and, when my body feels run down, just, making sure I take a day off, an extra, some time off, things like that. So when I start to feel like I'm tired or things like that, I'll take a step back and let my body heal up and come back fresh the next day. Okay.
And aside from training at AKA, you also train at Cung gym?
Yeah, I do. I teach there at KNOXX, and then I also do some training there with Cung himself, and then he helps me with a couple things, and some of his students there help me as well to help get ready for some things. So they have a couple good wrestlers. Obviously, they have some good takedowns. It's good to learn and work with them. Their Sashao style is more of a kickboxing with takedowns, so it's real. It actually is pretty close to MMA, just without the grappling part. So it teaches you how to mix it up from the punch to the takedown real well. So it's good to have those type of guys and those type of kids to work with.
Right. How is Cung looking? Because he took some time off, and how is he looking right now?
I think everyone in their career needs a little time off. I think him and I have almost had about the same amount of layoff.
Yeah.
I got hurt, unfortunately. He's been doing movies and becoming a movie star. So I've just been focusing on trying to get in shape, and believe it or not, he's doing pretty well. He's in shape already. He's sparring pretty well, and he's got some good guys to work with over there, and he's been looking really good. So I'm kind of excited. I think his body just needed that time to heal up, and for him to get rejuvenated and kind of miss fighting. So
it's a beneficial thing.
Yeah, I think so. I believe so.
Okay. So what's your prediction for the co-main event for Scott Smith and Cung Le?
For me, it's kind of a no-brainer. I don't think Scott has the ability to take him down. I think Kung's wrestling is just too good. I think everyone underestimates Cung until they get in the ring with him and they feel how fast and how hard his kicks are. How well he moves his head, how elusive he is when it comes to avoiding taking damage. And he is definitely super hard to take down. So I think all those things put together, I don't really see how Scott can win this fight.
Okay. The big difference between you and Kung's fight is that your fight is going to be going 5 rounds with Gilbert Melendez. After healing and everything, do you feel like you're going to be ready to go for those 5 rounds?
Yeah, I really don't have a choice, do I?
You don't.
Really, once you get to the fight, it's all go. It's all go. So really, yeah, I definitely will be ready, and I don't think anyone looks forward to doing 5 rounds, but they call them championship rounds for a reason, and that's kind of where you win. You can win or lose the fight in those rounds. So that's kind of where it comes down. That's what it comes down to for me. Okay.
So what's it like fighting for an organization like Strikeforce, where most of your friends and family are based out of San Jose, right? Yeah.
The first fight I had here in San Jose, I was a little nervous. I wasn't used to. I'd always been used to traveling, sleeping in hotels the week of the fight, really staying away from everybody, not having anyone talk to me. But then, so the first fight was a little weird being here. The first time I had fought in San Jose, it was kind of strange sleeping in my own bed, doing my own thing, and then waking up in the morning, you're like, God, all I gotta do is go fight today.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of weird, a little random instead of being away from home. But now I've gotten so used to it, I prefer not to fight anywhere else. And the venue there at the HP Pavilion is probably the best venue I've ever fought in. I think even if you talk to some of the hockey players across across North America, they'll tell you as well that the HP Pavilion is probably one of the nicest hockey arenas as well to play. And it's just so nice. Everything, the monitors, the screens, just the way it's well kept. Everything is really nice. So I really enjoy fighting there. The guys there take care of us, and Strikeforce itself with Scott Coker and everybody, I couldn't be happier to fight for Strikeforce.
That's good. Okay. You've been training with Takanori
Gomi?
Is that correct? Yeah.
Yeah, Takanori Gomi.
From Japan. What is your impression of him, and how's that been going?
I think he's great. Really, to be honest, he could really be considered probably like a Hall of Famer as far as in MMA and the sport of MMA. He was on a rant for a while. He just was kicking everyone's ass, and he's had a couple sessions where he had lost a couple fights, and now he's back on track. He's a couple wins. There is talk of him coming to Strikeforce or the UFC. So I kind of hope he comes to Strikeforce. He came in and we had some chance to work and train together and stuff. So I'm excited. If he signs with us, I mean, to me, it'd be a great fight. I think the fans would love to see him and I fight. I
That's
consider
what I was
us
gonna
both
ask.
very exciting fighters, and
Is that something you'd be open to?
I definitely
Yeah?
open to it.
Okay.
Yeah, I would actually be considering him as the next opponent after Gilbert if I'm able to get away with the win.
Okay.
So,
So one of the teammates that you fight with here at AKA is Billy Evangelista, and he's been on a roll, and he's stated that he would like a title shot. So, but I do know that at AKA among the UFC fighters, they refuse to fight against each other. If Strikeforce had, said for you guys to fight, is that something that you would be open to?
I'd fight my own mama for the right money. So, I mean, to be honest, I mean,
Yeah.
it's a job, it's a business. I don't take anything personal, especially with Billy. He's a great guy, great kid, and I think highly of him. He's definitely very well skilled. Um, I'd like to see him fight somebody a little tougher before he got to me, but hey, whatever. I mean, Strikeforce called a shot. I mean, as a champion, you really don't get to pick who you fight. The Strikeforce and Scott Coker and Showtime, they pick out who they think the number one contenders are. Right now, I'm focused on Gilbert, and I got to get past Gilbert. So if I get past Gilbert, I think having him next, that's fine with me as well. I really don't care. I don't really get the option to pick and choose who I get to fight. They throw him at me. They throw him at me, and I just try to beat him. So that's the best I can do. And if he's next in line, he's next in line. I do kind of feel like he needs to fight somebody like a Gomi or like a Gilbert or somebody along those lines. Have him fight an Ishida. I think he needs to fight somebody of that ability before he starts possibly getting a title shot. But I'm not opposed to fighting him.